video, we were trying to change this text hello world, and when we click the body button, change body button, we can see that this method is initiated, like it's changing the text and it's printing it here, but we cannot change the hello world text. So the reason why, as we discussed, is because it's a stateless widget. So what is a stateless widget? The stateless widget is a kind of widget that cannot be changed. Keep in mind, like everything in Flutter is a widget. Every UI, every view that you see is a widget. So a stateless widget, the first thing, it is immutable. It cannot be changed. Like we were trying to change the values of the text, but according to the definition of stateless widget, you cannot change once you have created it. And it calls build method once in a life cycle. Like the build method always gets called once, and you cannot call it over and over again. So once it's created, it gets called only once unless it's destroyed. In order to change it, we need to convert this whole widget into a stateful widget. So what we can do now is, like, I select stateless widget text and press Alt Enter in Android Studio, and it gives me an option to convert it into a stateful widget. I convert it into a stateful widget, and now if I'm gonna run again, you may notice like it's not gonna change the value again, even though we have changed it to a stateful widget. The reason why is because we are not informing the stateful widget to change any values. So to achieve this, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna wrap this method into setState, and whenever you call setState, what happens, like it's gonna inform the widget that there needs to be something that needs to be changed. So it's gonna call that build method over again, and to make sure it's calling it, I'm just gonna debug it and see what's the value in the beginning. So let's say initially, because the value is hello world, so I'm gonna restart my app again, and you can see, like, when it starts, first it's loaded, it calls the build method with hello world, as we can see in the debug. And now I'm gonna click that button to change body, and we'll see what happens. So now it calls build method with new text. So what happens, like we press the raised button, it calls this method on press listener, and it changes the text here, and it recalls the build method just because of this set state. If we're gonna comment set state and restart our app again, we can see now again, we'll be able to see that by clicking, it's gonna call this method here, but it's not gonna change the value on the phone. So this is why you need stateful widget. So we have concluded that stateful widget is a complete opposite of a stateless widget. So it is mutable, and which means it can be changed, and it calls build method as many times as you want using the setState method.